Hey fellow vault dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you a full summary of what you should expect with Milepost 0 update. All the changes, there is a lot of them, so I will try to go quickly, point by point. So first is the caravan system, when you'll be able to earn the new currency by protecting a caravan, which is a Brabin. You'll be getting supplies and then a Milepost 0 and its upgrades. In case you need all the details, full guide, I already covered that in this video. Caravan guide, full guide on my channel if you need it. Simultaneously, I would like to give a shout out to newcanites.com as they have amazing written type of content on the website that I'm not good at, with a summary of everything that's coming, and I noticed this one is the most up to date. There are still small things I think are not 100% accurate, possibly. I can be mistaken too, but I will give you my insight as well. I will be using that to make it easier for you. So the date, of course, September 3rd, 2024. Next week, the Milepost 0 update with caravans is dropping, but caravans are not everything. There's way more changes than just a caravan and Milepost 0. Much more than that. So caravan full guide, if you need it, you can check it out. Then the legendary script limit is changing to 11,000. Simultaneously, the cores are being retired to make room for legendary crafting. So all those legendary cores that you accumulate will be, most likely, unless some last second changes, but I doubt it, will be translated 1-to-1 into legendary script. Therefore the script limit is going up to make room for that. The legendary cores themselves will be useless, and the legendary crafting system will be added. And that entices new mods, the legendary mods that you will be able to install on your weapon and armor. And to answer your question, the frequent question, yes, those are universal. So whatever weapon you scrap to unlock that's hit chance, you can then install it on whatever weapon you want. So those are universal, those are not weapon specific mods. If you do need a full guide for legendary crafting, I have it as well on my channel, so you can check out all the details if you are interested in them. So legendary crafting is coming. Legendary modules of the additional changes will count as junk, and you will be able to store them in the scrap box. They will not drop on death, so don't worry about that. The weight will be reduced, so they will be even lighter than now in case you don't have a legendary, like the followed first scrap box, not the legendary scrap box, follow first. Now about the chances to get those, from my experience, the first one is about right, so 1.5% chance to get a mod box itself, and that's per star. So if you scrap 3 star, you will get 4.5% total, because there is 1.5% chance per star. If you'll be super lucky, yes, you can get 3 different mod boxes from 1 3-star weapon. That is possible, but very unlikely to happen. And yes, the legendary mod boxes are dropping based on what is on the weapon. Simultaneously, there is a chance to learn a plan to craft them. It states here 1%. I'm not sure if that's not a little bit lower, maybe 0.5. Or maybe I was just unlucky. From my experience, I was not getting as good of a chance, but I could have been just unlucky. So this is what's stated on this website. I'm not sure if those are accurate. Maybe they are. About the questions of the Blue Moon weapons, so the named weapons. By the named weapons, meaning something like Holy Fire. This one you will be able to legendary craft and modify. All other named weapons, for example Bertha, you will not be able to. So only the Blue Moon update weapons, which is mainly Holy Fire and Elder's Mark. Those two that are important, you will be able to legendary craft. Other named weapons, not possible to legendary craft. Additional change, events will be dropping legendary modules as there is no more cores, so there will be legendary modules, and drop chances are listed in here. I mean, those are fixed amount, not a chance. So 5 legendary modules for the Colossal Problem, Free Range with all Brahmins, Project Paradise, and Encrypted. Encrypted is the only one that you can frequently activate on different servers, so that's the best way to farm legendary modules after update. Other events that drop 2 legendary modules or 1 to 3 legendary modules. Still, expeditions do drop 1 to 2 legendary modules. This is unchanged, so expeditions are a really good source of legendary modules after the update. There is a new weapon being added, Laser Carbine. And as well, I have a full guide for it. I made it a while back. You will still find it on my channel. Laser Carbine with all its new mechanics, the warm-up mechanic to do more damage. It's in that video. And you are getting it from Theodore as a part of Caravan system. I included this information in my Caravan guide. The weapon itself crafts as non-legendary, so you need to then make it a legendary, of course, as all other weapons. There is no more weapons crafted with random legendary effects. Either named ones that are crafted legendary or everything crafts non-legendary and then you need to change it. Then, explosive energy weapons are back. That includes something like a Peppa Shaker, and basically all energy weapons can be made explosive, but it's not the old explosive weapons. Regardless of number of projectiles, that's extra 20% weapon damage. And there are unique graphic effects with those explosive weapons. A quick example in here, that's a plasma caster with explosive effect. As you can see, all those weapons now have a very unique explosion that is different than what normally you would expect. So, unique effect, graphical effect to those explosions. And in the topic of explosions, the Grenadier does not give you as big of a radius, but currently at least it's only the visual reduction, so actual damage has the same radius, but visually explosions are smaller, which I'm very happy about. I hope this is the intention and actual radius will not be ever nerfed, as I need it. I need explosions to work. I'm happy about visuals being smaller, so let's hope that's exactly as intended. There is as well a quick explanation that Gauss minigun will be very powerful with explosive bonus, as it's already explosive, and it will add on top, giving it even more damage, hopefully as well intentional. And quick disclaimer, flamers, even though you can attach explosive mode, cannot explode, so that it will not work. So flamers cannot be explosive, Teslas cannot be explosive. Those are exceptions. But other weapons can, and they work really well. Not as powerful as old Legacy, but work very well. The new feature as well added are those best builds, when you will be able to find camps like that on the map, which are the camps that someone designed and wanted to showcase, and you can rate, and better rating they get, the more they will appear on different maps. They will rotate every hour, so they're not permanent additions, they will rotate across different servers. There were changes to the perks. Changes, it's more like a new perks that they were completely overridden, like Thirst Quencher and other perks. Unfortunately, this page do not show exact values that they did get after the update, and it's a curve, it's not a flat linear stuff. So I have a video as well about those new perks if you are interested. Different examples with different amount of endurance is included in this video about 4 new perk cards. So you can find it on my channel done a month ago. Those cards didn't change from a month ago, so that's how they will be. So you can check it out if you are interested. There were as well some changes to legendary effects, like medics basically will work like a weapon with a friendly fire previously. You will just heal friendlies by shooting at them with a medic's weapon, which is a very handy change. As well, extra special is boosted for weapons to +3 and for armor pieces to +2, which is great improvement for everyone who's farming experience, as you can boost your intelligence greatly. Simultaneously, if you want to ask about quad, the nerf to quad was removed currently on public test server, so quad seems to stay unchanged, which is a good news. Next thing, Helvetia will be protected from nukes. So, no more nukes on Helvetia! You will be able to do events Fastnacht in peace. There would be no more nuking at Fastnacht. Another handy change is vending machine history, and it will show who bought what from you, from your vending machine, but only as long as you are on the server. After you leave the server, the history will be wiped out, so it's not persistent, only when you are on the server. If you are interested about railway rifle change, I do have a video showcasing that, and here you have exact stats, what's going on, what is big change, how it will work. There is one good change, which is way less recoil, and if you want to see how the railway after those changes works, I have a video here about the nerf to railway rifle. It is still very powerful after the nerf, and you can use it without VATS, so there is something good in it, but overall it is a nerf, it is. There is rebalancing for final bosses. Basically, a lot is changing with them. No more damage reduction on those bosses that you are probably used to. Now they will just have more health. No damage reduction, just plain more health. What does it mean for you? If you are a VATS critical user, it will be harder for you to kill those bosses. You will no longer melt them like that. If you are a non-VATS user, it will be the same, if not slightly easier for you to kill the bosses. So it's not a terrible change. It is a change, but it's not terrible. For most people, it will probably not be very noticeable. You should be fine after that. If you want to see all those changes and summary of those bosses and VATS criticals and so on, check this video about big changes. Combat legendary effects, bosses are changing. That's the video I was discussing all those changes in, about those combat mechanics implementations. You can find values on this page for Air as well, Ultrasight Titan, all the changes. And where is... oh, this is cool here. You can see that Deathclaws are getting more health, as this next patch includes some enemy rebalancing. Yaoguais a little bit more health at high levels though. The low level versions remain the same. It is cool. I agree that Deathclaws were always slightly too weak, so buffing Deathclaws makes sense. It's supposed to be scary creatures in the wasteland, so they'll be a little bit more scary. And there's a lot of curve tables on this page if you want to check it out, and if you are interested in all enemies, how they are changing. Or you can just wait for update and you will have your feel how those enemies are. There are Vault 94 armor changes, including Strangler Hard Power armor, which is on paper a lot of boost for its AoE effects, but in practice they were so weak before that even after this change, it is not huge and powerful though, unfortunately it is not, but at least now this area effect, poison from Strangleheart, can kill lower level enemies, so that's something, as on live game version it cannot really do anything. So that's something. The exact values, it seems like a lot, but because we are starting from such a low level, basically from the ground, it's still not huge. It is not huge, even though it does look good. And I think one mistake on this website, it says that it's even better after calculation of damage resistance. For a Thorn, it's a bleed, and bleed damage is not a subject of damage resistance, so that's just pure damage. It shouldn't be a subject to damage resistance. If it is, that should be a bug, as it's normally not. There are multiple weapons that are receiving boost to its dot, and you have some of them listed in here, especially Burning Love. It's a lot percentage-wise. Those dots are not impressive still, but at least are noticeable after those changes. You can really see that it's doing something, unlike of nothing on the live game version. So dot is being improved. Those weapons will do more damage over time overall. There's multiple weapons rebalanced, so I cannot cover every single one. On PTS we tested a new Mischief Night event that most likely will return for Halloween. We'll see. It's working after the changes, it's in the new area, and it's fun. It's fun event. Hopefully it will return. One little change, ammo has now 4 digits, the display on the screen, so you can see how much actually you have of this ammo. More accurate. It's better than just always seeing 999. There is one new cool addition to Giuseppe. You will be able to purchase Mr. Bubblehead box for 20 stamps. So what that is, I can buy 6 at a time for 120 stamps, and basically random bobbleheads in those. I can only buy it one. Probably after I hop the server it would be again. So mystery bobblehead box, you open it and bobblehead repair added. So random bobblehead from mystery bobblehead boxes you will get. And this is important because new legendary crafting, some of the recipes from legendary mods do require bobbleheads. So that's one more way to obtain them. They're not cheap, I will not say those are cheap. Those are quite expensive. And as always, it will come with next season new rewards from some seasonal events and more activities to do. There are some data mined informations already, but I do not plan to cover it in here. I will cover the new rewards when they will be officially released on the Bethesda website on Fallout.com. And lastly, small addition to daily ops, 2 new locations, Glass Caverns and Atlantic City Community Center. And that will be everything that we are expecting to drop next week, September 3rd, with the next update and Season 18. Are you ready for that? Let me know in the comments section, and that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.